Good morning to all. Composite transformation matrix we are discussing in this class. I have taken an example of scaling. Let us see the animation first. It's a triangle. It is to be scaled with respect to this point, say 2, 2. With respect to this point, I would like to do the scaling. With respect to this point, scaling matrix is unknown to me, but with respect to origin, I know. Because of that, I am bringing this object and make this point to coincide with this origin. So I am moving this object to origin. Now mathematics is known to me. I am applying a standard expression. I am doing scaling according to the given condition. Then I am moving this object to its original position so that the required scaling can be done. Okay. So this one, the order of operation is given here. First, it is been translated. This point is translated to the origin. How it has been done? This one. X, Y value subtracted. Say from here to here 4 units, here 3 units. This coordinate -4, -3. You can make this object to move to this particular point. So related to moving this point to origin is given by this expression. So the expression, matrix multiplication expression, is written in reverse order. That I wanted to tell you here. This one, translation, fixed point is moved to the origin. The matrix corresponding to this one is this. Then scaling with respect to origin, that is done by using standard matrix, scaling matrix, that this is given by scaling. Once it is done, translate the fixed point to its original position. Means this is done, scaling is done here, and we are one more time we are bringing it to its original position. Means add the value +4 +3 in case. So this will be the fixed position. We are moving this point from this place to its original position. That is given by this expression. Okay. The order is order of moving this object is translation, scaling, and again translating the object from origin to its original place. Okay. Whereas multiplication is done in reverse order. So translation, it is here. This is corresponding to this matrix. This is corresponding to this matrix. Now you can perform the operation from left to right because this order is inverted. So you can multiply this value with this, the resultant value with this, we can get the answer. So numerical example given here, a point P 6, 8, Sx2, Sy2, and fixed point 2, 2. So the scaling is to be done with respect to fixed point 2, 2. Use the matrix to find P prime. This is the order, inverted order. This is the first one. Point is 2, 2 is made to merge with the origin. Let me explain with the figure so that you can understand much better. Okay. So this is XY. Say with respect, where is the point? 6, 8. 6, 8. See, let me take this is 6, 8. Okay. 6, 8. 6, 8. So I want to do this one scaling operation with respect to 2, 2. Okay, this one will be 2, 2. Say this is 2, 2. 2, 2. I don't know the matrix of, I don't know the matrix expression with respect to this particular point. If I am making this point to coincide with this point will be shifted. In this case, the new point will be this one. Okay, 2 I have to subtract it this here. This will be somewhere 4, 6. 4, 6 will be the new location. This will be 4, 6. What does it means? I am shifting the point. This 2 is shifted to origin. Because of that, this 6, 8 is moving this place. Understand? This expression is given by this matrix. This subtraction is given by this matrix. Though we are doing it first, we have to reverse the order, or the order has to be written in the reverse order. Therefore, this one is written here. Matrix corresponding to this is written here. Once this point is brought it here with respect to 4, 6 with respect to origin, we can do scaling that is given by this standard matrix. Okay. Once scaling is done, again we can move this point, whatever the point 4, 6, whatever change is happening, that will be 2 units in x direction, 2 units in y direction added, so that we can move it to the original position. That is given by this matrix. Now, as the order is written in reverse order, you can do multiplication from left to right. Multiply this with this, you will have this matrix. This is rewritten, and this one, this multiplied. This is the final expression. In this expression, substitute x equal to 6, y is equal to 8. Scaling in x direction 2 units, scaling in y direction 3 units. Translation in x2, translation in y2, 2, 2. This point it is referring to. Substitute, you will be getting a new position. After scaling, this will be the new position of point 6, 8. Okay. The order of multiplication is important. You have to write it in the reverse order. In that case, you can do multiplication from left to right. Transformation map to x, y coordinate will be negative. Therefore, if you look at this transformation matrix 1, 0, 0, 0, -1, this will be -1. Okay, and remain other things. So this last column and last row is referring to homogeneous matrix operation. Okay, this is standard for any mirroring operation. This will be 0, 0, 1. This column will be 0, 0, 1. This is the real mirroring operation. We are giving negative sign to this value. Okay, so y value is going to be negative if you do mirroring with respect to x-axis. It is done. The same fashion, if you look at the second image, here mirroring is done with respect to y-axis. How it will be changing? It is looking over here, and the x value is reflected. Therefore, this first value is negative, is appearing -1. Remaining things very similar to the previous matrix expression. Here 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. If you look at this and this, here minus, here the minus is shifted to this first location. Means x value is going to be negative if you do mirroring with respect to y-axis. This you have to remember. Okay, matrix standard transformation you have to remember. Next one, is the same reflection, mirroring both are same. With respect to origin means x and y both will be changing. Therefore, here negative in the transformation matrix. And similarly, you can do mirroring operation with respect to any line or any axis. You can define the axis arbitrarily, or according to the requirement also you can define. In this case, it's a straight line x equal to y, where this will be the transformation matrix. This you have to remember. X and y are equal. Okay, these two, right? Now, system of coordinates. We often need to transform points from one coordinate system to other coordinate system. Actually, in AutoCAD, you might have seen, if this is a screen, you will be having a coordinate system here, Cartesian coordinate system. This is going to be x, this is going to be y. Axis perpendicular to the screen will be z. So based on this coordinate system, you can create your images. Say this image, circle, concentric circles. Similarly, this is your universal coordinate system, UCS. With respect to this coordinate system, you can draw the circle. You can draw this circle. Center point can be defined and you can draw the circle. Likewise, you can do with respect to this coordinate system. Supposing once you have created an object, if it is so complex, you may need to define user-defined coordinate system or local coordinate system that has been defined. You can define the direction of x and y, and with respect to this coordinate system, you can draw this small green color circle, red color circle, and this and all. Okay, in this case, we have WCS, world coordinate system, as well as local coordinate system, and you can define and you can draw the object effectively. So likewise, you can combine Cartesian and polar, etc. So you can have various polar coordinate system and you can generate the object. You can look at this diagram. This is a spiral which has been developed by using local coordinate system. If you look at this circle or this path is generated on XY plane. On XY plane. In order to do sweep or otherwise you have to move this small rectangle cross section. It has to be passed through this path so that you can generate this spiral. It could be a rectangle or circle, whatever it is. In this case, rectangle is taken. How to generate this rectangle? The condition is that the created rectangle should be perpendicular to this path. Perpendicular to this path. So once this creation is done, then you can do sweep. You can make this cross section to follow through this so that you can generate this three-dimensional object. Okay, so this could be generated by defining local coordinate system. Of course, you may have a world coordinate system here, X, Y, Z. You can create it by rotating the plane. You can create it. Whereas for creating this cross section, you have to define a local coordinate system such that that system has to be perpendicular to this path. You can generate so that you can generate this spiral. Spring can also be generated by using the same principle. Okay, there are different coordinate system. We have to define it according to our requirement, and we can use standard coordinate system as well, Cartesian, polar, etc., so that you can generate any complex shape in the CAD software. Next, three-dimensional transformations, very similar to 2D. 3D can also be extended. In case of two-dimensional transformation, what we have done is we have used 3x3 matrix. Similarly, for three-dimensional, we are going to use 4x4. 1 degree is higher than the dimension of the matrix. Another one waiting. Okay. Now, let us see an example. It is a rectangular pyramid. Rectangular pyramid. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, I am considering one vertex or one base corner. Its coordinates x, y, z. Now I am moving this object in certain direction so that this will be my new position. Only transformation is happening. I am moving the object, okay, in a certain direction. So whatever the variation in x direction, y direction, and z direction, that is tx, ty, tz. If you sum it together, you can get x prime, y prime, z prime. Okay. Now, the matrix form the new coordinate system x, y, z, x prime, y prime, z from for this particular point, for one particular corner, x, y, z1 is equal to. This is the transformation matrix. You have to remember. Okay. This is 4x4 matrix. This is diagonal 1 will be appearing. Lower matrix will be 0. The last column tx, ty, tz. Del x variation in x-axis, del y variation, small variation in y-axis, small variation in z-axis. Magnitude of small variation in z-axis. This is the initial coordinates x, y, z. It is written as a column vector. If you multiply these two, actually adding, this expression is written in matrix form so that we can have the new location of this point. This x, y, new location, x prime, y prime, z prime can be calculated by using this matrix. Okay. Next, three-dimensional rotation. How we are going to perform three-dimensional rotation? The previous case, rotation in the sense, it is a 2D plane. We have done rotation with respect to axis. Okay. In 3 dimension, we have 3 axes mutually perpendicular, x, y, and z. For instance, this is the axis of a solid. You can assume this is a square prism or square pyramid, whatever it is. This is axis. Hope what you know what is axis of a solid is. Okay. A line which passes through the center point of top face and bottom face is an axis in case of prism. In case of pyramid, base, center, and apex an imaginary line passes through the base center and apex is known as axis. Okay. Now, this is the axis of the solid. It orientation can be any orientation. Arbitrarily, it has been generated in X, Y, Z coordinate system, Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. The first step is make any one of the point of the axis to coincide with the origin. Okay. In this case, what I have done is, this is my axis. This is any arbitrary point on the axis. I am moving this point to coincide with the origin. It has been moved. Okay. This is the first step. Second step is that make this axis to coincide with any one of the known axes. You can make it to coincide with either X or Y or Z. So in this case, it has been made, the axis is being rotated such that it is coinciding with Z. It is done. Okay. Third one, you can perform the specified rotation about the Cartesian axis. Okay. After making it coincide with this, do the required operation. So here, rotation of angle theta with respect to Z. It is the rotation axis. Your solid will be rotated and new position will be. So now it is rotated in anti-clockwise direction or whatever direction they are asking, they are giving. Okay, the problem, right. Next, apply inverse rotation to the, what is inverse rotation? Once you have done that, what you have to do? The rotation direction you have to inverse it. Okay, after rotation, you have to do the reverse operation so that the axis of the solid is rotated such that the initial point P prime is focusing on that, and you are bringing the axis to the original position, and again you are moving to its original position. Why all these transformations are required? Reason is that we know the standard rotation matrix with respect to x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. That is why we are doing it. Okay. You see this picture. What is it? This is a three-dimensional object. X, Y, and Z is the axis. Three-dimensional rotation, two parameters are needed. One is angle of rotation, whether clockwise or anti-clockwise. Axis of rotation with respect to X or Y or Z. That data is required. In this example, it is given rotation about Z-axis. This is Z-axis. Okay. So it is rotated in anti-clockwise direction. You look at it, you will be having this object is rotated with respect to Z-axis by an angle theta in anti-clockwise direction, so that it is tilted like this. Okay. So in this case, when rotation is done with respect to Z-axis, the transformation matrix is given by this. So the last column, the last row is referring to homogeneous matrix. Okay. You can leave it. This is also for three-dimensional rotation matrix. This one, three-dimensional rotation matrix. If you look at cos theta minus sin theta, cos theta, the third dimension is kept as 0, 0, 0, 1, here 0, 0, 1. Okay. So this is the initial coordinate of a particular point. If you multiply, you can find out the new coordinate system, new coordinate for a particular point. So the rotation can be either with respect to y-axis or x-axis. In case of y-axis, what is the difference is, you find out this here, this column, second column and second row, this element will be 1, others will be 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, here 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. Remaining terms you have to write. You have to remember this expression for y-axis with respect to y-axis, rotation angle theta, cos theta, sin theta, minus sin theta, cos theta. Sin is going to be changing over here. Here cos theta minus sin theta, and sin theta cos theta, but now here minus sin is appearing over here. This expression you have to remember while solving the problem. Now initial coordinates given, multiply it, you will be getting the required expression or required position of the point. Next, with respect to x-axis, you find out x-axis appearing here 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. This column will be like this. Okay. Again, cos theta minus sin theta cos theta will be same. Last row as usual 0, 0, 1. Last column 0, 0, 1. This is the representation of homogeneous matrix representation of a transformation matrix. X comma y comma z given here. Multiply these two, you can find out the required coordinate. Okay. Next. Scaling, three-dimensional scaling. The same procedure has to be applied. X prime is equal to x times xx, y prime is equal to y times sy, z prime is equal to x times sz. I mean scaling factor. So enlarging the operation, the same procedure has to be followed. So with respect, what is the fixed point, or with respect to which point the scaling is required, that point has to be brought to the origin and do the operation, whatever operation is done. Then finally you are moving this object from this place to that place, so that you can find out the coordinate, ultimate coordinate, whatever the scaling is done. Accordingly you can get the new position of every corner and the apex. Okay, the expression is this: last column and last row remain same, and here the diagonal sx, xy, sz. It is the scaling factor in x, y, z. This is 0, 0, here 0, 0. So this is how this expression you have to remember for three-dimensional scaling. This has to be remembered. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to a problem how to solve it. A line. A line AB. One end is this 2, 4. Point B is 5, 6 is to be translated 1 unit along positive x direction, t suffix x, 3 units along positive direction of y, t suffix y. Find the translated coordinates. It's a very simple problem. How to solve this? Okay, how to solve this problem? You just give a thought on this. Okay, let me explain. Line AB. So very systematically you can solve this problem by drawing this in a graph sheet, or taking some appropriate scaling. You can fix the line and you can do the translation. So initial point A is given 2, 4, B is 5, 6, T is 1, 3. Okay, the A point is translated 1 unit in x, 3 units in y. Therefore add these two value with this coordinate, you will get 3, 7. Okay, next the second point B prime is equal to B plus T. Coordinate of B is known 5, 6, and it is translated 1, 3. 1 unit in x direction, 3 unit in y direction. It is here. Add it together, you will be getting the coordinate of new point. This is given in this. Diagrammatically it is given here. Okay, supposing if you are approaching this problem by using transformation matrix approach, how to do this? Okay, look at it. As per the problem statement, Tx and Ty given in the problem 1 and 3, this one 1 and 3, Tx is 1, Ty is equal to 3, and you can write the translation matrix. It is a moving. Okay, 1, 0. This is Tx, this is Ty, this Ty is this 0, 0, 1. This expression we are knowing it. This is Tx, this is Ty. This expression you have to remember. Okay, this is translation is over. Now Pxy initial coordinates I am looking for. This is 2, 4, 2, 4, 1. B is 5, 6, 5, 6, 1. Okay, I know that the order, in what order I am writing this expression, I am mentioning it. Point A is given as a column vector, B is a column vector, second column vector. Okay, next the new position P x prime y prime is equal to transformation matrix times P xy. You have to do matrix multiplication. So T is this, P xy is this. Do the multiplication, you will be getting this answer. The same addition you can perform by using a homogeneous matrix. Now this will be the new position of A prime 3, 7. If you look at this is 3, 7. B prime is going to be 6, 9. You will be getting 6, 9. Okay. Any problem in understanding this? Shall we move to next problem?
Sir.
Yeah.
So the order of multiplication, is it right from left or left to right?
Okay, good question actually. When you are finding out this one, the transformation, supposing in this case only one translation alone there. Suppose let us take the point is translated to its origin. I am doing some scaling and again I am moving it to its original position. In this case, 3 matrices will be there. First one, translation. Second one, scaling. The third one, inverse translation. Let me explain with this. You look at this. Okay. So for instance, supposing my operation involves first one. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So this one, translation, and then I am doing rotation, for instance, rotation. So after that, I have to do translation in inverse. Able to follow? One particular lamina. Okay, I supposed to rotate it with respect to 2, 2, for instance. In this case, what I have to do is I have to bring the object. I have to make the object the 2, 2 point to coincide with origin. That is what this operation. Next one, rotation with respect to particular angle. Third one, after doing that, I have to make the 2, 2. I have to bring the object to its original position, 2, 2 position. So in this case, this will be the resultant transformation matrix. Understand? So in this case, you have to do multiplication from right to left first. First multiply these two. Okay? Then the value of multiplication is multiplied with this. This result is multiplied with this. You will be getting the t. The required t can be calculated here. So this t, you have to substitute in this expression and do the multiplication from left to right. Here, all operations, right from left to right, perform the operation, multiplication operation from right to left. Okay. Once you found this resultant transformation matrix, you substitute this value here, and here multiplication is left to right. Understand? So since it is a simple, you can do it like this, left to right. Okay. Always for finding out new coordinate system, perform matrix operation from left to right. Okay. So complex transformation matrix involving 2 or 3 operations, write it from left to right, perform the operation from right to left. You will be getting the solution. Clear? Okay. Next one. This problem you have to do on your own. Look at it. Look at the problem. Translate a triangle ABC. Coordinates are given. A, B, C. Values given. About the origin by 3 units in X direction and 2 units in Y direction. Okay. If you plot the diagram by taking appropriate scaling and all, you can make it this one. You can make this one as well. Okay. This is the initial position. X is 3 means for every coordinate add X. Okay. A prime will be 4. This will become 6. This will become 4. Okay. 4, 6, 4. And add Y is 2. Here it will be 3. Therefore you can see 3 here. Add 2 here. This will be 3. And again add 2 with this. This will be 5. Understand? So by using the previous problem approach, you can solve this problem. Any problem in understanding this problem number 2?
No, sir.
It is clear, right? So you can use homogeneous matrix approach as well. The previous problem what I have shown, the same thing can be used like this. Tx, Ty is given. You can define 3 points. In this case, a straight line, therefore 2 points. In this case, 3 points are there. Since it is a triangle, you can define it here. Do multiplication, you will be getting the answer. As simple as that. Okay. If the problem involving 4 or 5 points, it is better to go to transformation matrix. If you are trying to solve it by using this, it will be tedious process. So that better to use homogeneous transformation matrix. Okay, you have to solve it on your own. You take this as a homework problem, you solve it so that you will be understanding the transformation matrix, and you can understand how to calculate all this stuff. Okay. So third problem, it is little bit tedious. Okay, it's a square. Okay, so you read the problem first, understood, and try to represent in diagram. This is what the problem is. Okay, a square with an length of 10 units, it is 10 unit, located in the origin with one of its edges included at an angle of 30 degree with axis. This is 30 degree given with respect to x-axis. Calculate the new position of the square if it is rotated by an angle 30 degree in clockwise direction. Okay, the whole thing is rotated in 30 degree clockwise, like this, clockwise direction. Okay, the thing is, by knowing this length, you have to calculate the coordinate of x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. How to calculate the coordinates? Do you have any idea? This is 10. OB
Sir,
is
r
10.
cos theta or sin theta.
Superb. That is the solution. Okay, by understanding the projection on a particular axis, you can find out x2, y2. How to find out x2, y2? This is 10 units. Okay, project it here. This is x2. From here to here is x2. This will be y2. Okay, x2 is going to be 10 cos 30. Y2 will be 10 sin 30. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Understandable, right? Okay. Similarly, D, if it is making 30, this angle will be 90. This is going to be 60. Is it not? So in this case, coordinate of D, x4, y4, you can calculate by projecting this. Okay. 10 cos 60 will be x4. 10 sin 60 will be y4. Okay. I will explain it with the diagram. So point B is clear, right? 10 cos 30 will be x2. 10 sin 30 will be y2. We found coordinate of B. Okay. Next one, this point I am interested in finding out. x3 I wanted to find out. I know x2. From here to here I know what is the value. Okay. Since this side is making 30 degree, okay, draw a parallel line. This will be 30. Therefore, this angle will be 60. This is 60. Now, this length I can project it along this horizontal line. What about this length? L cos 60. L cos 60 will be this length. I am interested in finding out this length. Okay. So, x3 is going to be from here to here. X3 is going to be x2 minus this length. What is this length? L 10 cos 60. 10 cos 60. Okay. So like this I can find out x3. Similarly y3 also I can calculate. How to calculate y3? This length I can calculate. 10 sin 60 will be this. 10 sin 60 will be this length. Already I know that this is y2. Y2 is known. So y2 plus 10 sin 60, this length will give you y3. So any problem in understanding this? Finding x3 and y3? Finding x3, y3? Okay, right. So x3, y3 is known. All points are known now. Okay, D is also I have explained. Here if you look at, this is 10 unit, this is 60. 10 cos 60 will be this. 10 sin 60 will be this length. Okay. Sign value also you can take. X is negative direction, so that it is taken -5. Okay. Now we found all the coordinates, and we know the rotation matrix. Here 30-degree rotation clockwise direction. Therefore, you substitute -30. -30 in the expression. Cos theta minus sin theta cos theta is the expression. For every point you have to attach. Every point you have to multiply. Rotation matrix A point 0 0. It will become 0. B prime with respect to, so this coordinate we found 8.66 into 5. Multiply, you will be getting this value. Likewise, point C you can calculate, point D you can calculate. This is the new position of point ABCD after rotating to 30 degree in clockwise direction. This problem can also be solved by using translation matrix. Sorry, homogeneous matrix. Okay, how to solve this? This is remain same. Okay, what is the difference between this and this? Here I have added this last row 0 0 1. This is 0 0 1 last column. This expression remains same. Cos sin minus sin cos. Since it is clockwise, -30 degree is substituted here, and this is the point. This is point A 0 0 1. This is point B 8.6651. This is point C. This is point D, written in column wise. Do the multiplication from left to right. Understand? Left to right, because this is the point. This is the total transformation matrix. Multiply from left to right, you will be getting this expression. See, check the answer. It is remains same. 0 0 0 0. 10 0 10 0. Here 10 10 10 10. Here 0 10 0 10. Coordinates you can calculate. Okay, so you can use homogeneous matrix form to solve n number of points. Even 3D also you can use. Okay, so this one we have already discussed. We have already discussed this problem. Okay, now this is a quiz time. List the different coordinate systems. Type your answer. That will be the answer. Right, good. Okay, a point is represented by position vector. Good. Which vector? It's represented as a column vector. Position vector. Point is a position vector, no problem. It's a column vector. Okay, so rotation matrix in 2D. Don't type this answer. It is very difficult to type. I will show it. Cos theta minus sin theta, cos theta. Okay, this you have to remember. Right. Next. What do you mean by homogeneous coordinates? Read the answer. Point x, y in 2D be represented by a point x, y and 1. The additional 1 is known as homogeneous coordinate in the new space. The purpose is to facilitate matrix operation. Okay, right. It's a group activity. You just read it. Model an open coil helical spring and demonstrate the procedure to the peers. It means you have to develop it and you have to explain how you have generated, how you have created a spring. That you have to discuss. Okay, so I will give you fundamental as well. You have to generate this helix. Okay, this radius depending on the mean diameter. This will be the circle you have to generate such that it should be perpendicular to this helix. This is the key point. Okay, if your circle cross section is not perpendicular to this path, you cannot generate a spring. Okay, this is the key. Make it perpendicular to this and you sweep it. You make this cross section to follow through this so that you can generate a spring. Okay, this is the method. You use any one of modeling package, either CATIA or Pro Engineer, whatever it is. You try to generate this one. Okay. Okay. So another thing is that what I have given in this class is an introduction, overall introduction. We haven't discussed any problem related to mirroring, scaling and translation. Combining all those things we haven't discussed, but the principle remains same. Whatever be the operation, you have to write it, the transformation matrix from left to right, perform multiplication from right to left find out the resultant transformation matrix, and you solve the problem. Multiply that resultant transformation with the initial position, multiply it, you will, this multiplication, final multiplication is left to right. You will be getting the coordinate system. Okay, so today's stop recording here.